Gentlemen, it is me. It is SG3 here with the ReJect rundown on the 216 net. How y'all doing? To the left of me, it is the man with more personalities than you can count. Go ahead, man. Introduce yourself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the old man himself, Old Man RJ. And right next to me is 008 himself. They call him Mac, Zach the Mac.
That's right. We're here at 216 net, guys. We got a good show today. Zach Mac, Zach Attack, Zach who's not whack, all the above. It's a good one, man. We got some junk to talk about today. All right. Shout out to LeBron. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
No.
And then we're passing out to the host.
Don't pass it on to me after you shout out to LeBron.
Man, you can sprinkle that in there.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Something to feel good about because he sucked this whole year.
Hey, hostess.
Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in here at 216 net. Let you guys know where to find us as always. Remember, you can find us here at 216 net every Sunday at 9 p.m. But you can also tune in over on Apple Music, YouTube, here on Facebook as well, and Spotify. All right, everybody. We gotta get on with the show with episode 18. Don't forget to Google us too as well. But let's get to it, man. ReJect Rundown Report, of course, everybody. It's happening. As you already know, congratulations to Argentina for winning the World Cup this morning. Fantastic win. Fantastic win. Glorious.
Fantastic win. What a heck of a game.
It was a classic.
Yeah,
I agree.
I lost my voice. I still have not recovered my voice with my teas and my cough drops that I've been taking all day.
It's been wonderful. I think congratulations to Messi finally getting the World Cup victory before, I think at this point right now, being his last World Cup appearance in for the future for now. I think this is the last one. Finally gets the win, finally gets the W, finally gets that World Cup. Congratulations, man. No one needs it more than he does for sure. First comment on the board over there, SG3.
Tom, our good friend Tom
Yes.
over at, let me tell you something, brother. He's asking, where is the Pollo Loco mask? So,
Oh, no, that's not this show. No, the Pollo Loco mask is on your show, man.
Your show,
It's when we go
apparently,
over there, man. It's not on this one. No, we're not doing it over here. No.
What is your
Pollo
answer?
Loco only appears on Tuesday nights.
He's on vacation.
No, not all. Yeah, he's on vacation right now.
He's on vacation.
Now let's continue with the rundown report, man. Things are going hectic over there. James Gunn has announced of quite a few official changes here in the DCU. We're gonna get into that a little bit later on, but that's been a little crazy. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer dropped, so you guys look that up on YouTube. Check the trailer out. I guess you get a bunch of different Spider-Mans. We get a lot of visionary ones. I think Tom Holland's ones was on there too as well. The PS4 video game showed up on there.
Childish Gambino is supposed to be in there.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of
Punk
different
Rock
ones.
Spider-Man.
So
Check a lot of them.
check out the trailer there, everybody. It was pretty
I wonder
good.
if one day, just for the fun of it, they're going to make like a Chuck Norris Spider-Man.
Hey, I don't know, but hey, shut that out.
I mean,
already.
it would be kind of funny, just out of the blue, just Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris Spider-Man.
Facts,
A
that's
beard
true.
and everything.
Yeah, Secret Invasion. Zach the Mac just shared with us to let us know that Secret Invasion trailer dropped as well too. That looked heck of a good show. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be intrigued to see that one for sure.
That's gonna be really
So watch out for that one. Avatar 2 just released, The Way of the Water, on December 16th, this past Friday. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, go out and see it. Obviously, there's a lot of hype between the Avatar right now because I guess we got told or some news that number 3 was supposed to be 9 hours long.
So yeah, dude, they're already saying that without it being edited, it's like if it was to release today,
Yeah,
9 hours long.
that's ridiculous.
So
Pay me
that's
money.
so that's a
Pay
whole
me
shift and a
money.
half.
Pay me money if I'm gonna sit there for 9 hours long to watch that Avatar 3 movie. I'm cool with that.
That's longer than a school day. School day is 8 hours. Like
That's longer than a fucking shift.
Yeah, true.
it is.
That is true. Yeah.
By the way,
Pay me
Tom
what you
sent us
pay.
another comment. He says to you, Bolshevik.
Bolshevik. Sorry, no, not watching it. WWE releases former NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose. We'll get into that a little bit later on the reason why that occurred. William Regal officially returns to WWE, like we discussed a while ago. That is awesome. The official, I think, came out earlier this week, but he is not going to be on TV screen as well
For a year.
Yeah, for a year.
What?
He's going to be behind the stage. He's gonna, just because I think the
Oh,
AEW contract.
He got a new
Oh, yeah.
position,
No,
right?
it's-
Yeah.
Did he get a new
it's-
position?
I think,
no,
I think he got his same role back, but he's
Okay.
going to be
Contract.
really focused, I think,
Huh?
according to the
They
other
can't train
rejects,
his son at all.
his son
He
and
can
whatnot.
train, but he cannot be on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Probably being in the
Interesting.
background training his son.
For sure. Now, the 9 Lives of Vince McMahon trailer released will air on Vice TV, everybody. It's coming soon. I'm not too sure the release date just yet on that, but That's going to be interesting to say the least.
So wait, due to the 9 lives, are they talking
Yeah.
about the times where he died?
Possibly, or
there's so many questions.
Or
Yeah.
how many
so
times
many.
he avoided the law?
that too, possibly,
9
man.
times probably.
More
At
than
that
likely.
point,
I
you
would
may want
agree.
to just put him as Billy the Kid.
Yes, indeed.
All
What we
right,
got
so
over there?
Andrew says, "What's up, guys?
What's going
Love
on?
the
What's
show.
going on? Thank you,
Thank you, Andrew. We appreciate the
man.
comments.
Appreciate you. Holla at you later. Holla at you now.
Appreciate the love.
Don't forget also too, WWE sent Matt Riddle to rehab just recently. Looks like he failed the second drug test.
Supposedly, though, he denies it. He says that he's not going. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Again, we're going to be sprinkling the allegedly stuff.
Okay.
He
All
says
day.
that he did not go. He's not going to go.
Okay.
So he
Oh.
basically is kind of saying, like, I don't know where you guys are getting this information, but that's all lies.
Probably
wow.
from the stick from when they tested.
Tom, you can go ahead and correct me. It's all good.
Probably.
Let me know.
Probably where they got.
Probably from the location they tested you, Matt Riddle.
That's probably where they got their.
I'm kind of wondering where you would get that information. More likely.
Did you talk to
No,
the
no,
guy?
what he's
Like-
saying is he doesn't know where they're getting the information that he's going to rehab.
Oh, that he's going to Okay.
So he's not denying the fact that he failed.
Okay.
What
Okay.
he's sitting here and saying is like, I don't know where you guys are saying that I'm going
Why
to
would that
rehab.
not be in the option though? Well, I mean, let's get that in there. Let's
Right.
get that in there because I want to discuss that later on in the show. But my focus was today because we kind of cut our ties short last episode about all this changes on the James Gunn side. Now we're gonna dive into a segment that I combined together for us over here to discuss, but also a segment that we've been doing here on the show.
Good segment.
Let's talk about it. Old school show, right?
Mhm,
Old school
yeah.
little segment we used to do. Good or bad? All right. So the topics that we're going to be discussing,
if
we're going to
somebody's
ask
gonna
that question.
I'm just wondering if somebody's gonna steal that from us later on
Man,
under TikTok.
like they always do on
Comic
TikTok, man.
book.com.
I gotta say, I got it pinned on our Twitter right now. So
Yeah,
let's talk
so I'm
about
saying,
it.
man,
So
we're
it's-
trendsetters. That's all
yeah,
it is. The
that's how
reject
we do it.
rundown. We're trendsetters.
Hey,
trend the
look,
set,
it's our
man.
good friend Jesse.
Oh, what's going on, man? Say
He
what's
says,
up.
"Yo, can I just say that this World Cup, something was fishy. Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right."
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
It's because you
He
were cooking
would.
fish, Jesse.
Yeah, man. It's because he was cooking fish, Jess. That's all
It
it
was
was.
having the fillet of fish from McDonald's at the
Hey,
same
hey,
time with
hey,
the tartar
some
salmon.
sauce.
That's why something wasn't right. It was in your stomach. You cook it.
So now get on to the first topic at hand about this. Let's talk about it, good or bad. James Gunn obviously shakes up the DCU. We got all the news that dropped earlier this week was pretty crazy.
Making a mess.
Announced that Henry Cavill was being dropped as Superman.
Half and half.
Right.
Good
Oh,
because
okay.
he says he wants to start over with the fresh new Superman.
Right.
That means they're getting a brand new world of Superman in total. Everything's
Facts.
being rewritten.
Facts.
Bad because, of course, Henry Cavill just came back and said, "Hey, the cape's mine, the suit's mine. Let's do this." And next thing you know, it's like the suit's gone, the cape's gone. Good luck to the new guy. Let's not do this.
Correct.
But good because Tony Kidd said in a post of his on our page on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
we could get Kingdom Come Henry Cavill Superman.
Right. And I think that's
Sure.
something going on. But go ahead real quick. There's another
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it later on.
Uh-huh.
Jesse Garcia says Argentina was giving the World Cup.
They were giving.
Hey, yeah,
Oh,
we'll dive into that
We'll
a little
talk into
later.
that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one for sure, though, Jess. Don't hang. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. But yes, agreed. I think I would have to say with this Superman drop and Henry Cavill being dropped as Superman there's a good and bad side to it. The good side is that they're starting fresh. We're getting a fresh new slate. I think with all the Snyderverse stuff that's been going around, it's always been a mixed emotions when it comes to people like it or don't like it. Right?
Honestly, confusion. Like why I was literally just a little confused. Like obviously they needed another Justice League, but when I saw that the Zack was making another one, I'm
Correct.
like, but why though? Like it's
Well,
already out.
because
But
the ones you got
it's-
wasn't Zach's.
Yeah,
That was-
that's what I'm
that
saying. I
was-
get it, but it's like just for anyone who's not a how we're
Correct.
diehard DC
In
Marvel
depth
fans,
with the things.
they're like, but didn't I just go to the theater last
Thank
week,
you.
and watch Justice League? Like,
So you kind of confuse the average fan, not
Yeah.
necessarily the true DC fans or the true followers in the sense that look into this and really focus on
So you
that.
mean to tell me we confused Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, right, exactly.
There you go. Yeah,
Ridiculous.
that's a good one.
Now the other thing was too that dropped in there that it was a little disgusting is that I think there was rumors. I just saw a few things that there was an actual slate to kind of end the reboot. Let's put it this way, or to start the reboot and end the Snyderverse properly. They were going to do another Wonder Woman 3 movie. They were definitely going to do the Batman movie for sure. They were going to go Justice League 2 and 3 and finish it after they finished with Aquaman that's coming out in 2023 and The Flash. So after that, they're going to do 5 more movies and be done. Snyderverse is done with. Time frame wise, that doesn't seem bad to me. Why not? Why not just finish it off? get it over with, and then now start fresh all over again.
Probably because James Gunn is being pushed to start over. I mean, he's not. It's like this. If we were to be told, like, in our instance of when we write something, me and you,
right?
The Christmas show was mine. It's coming up. I wrote it.
Facts.
But you still went in and, like I said, go in, look whatever you want to do, and fix it, and you did.
Making notes.
Over here is the same way. You got a boss that's gonna tell you still, no matter what, hey, I want you to kind of find a way to bring fans back because Snyderverse
really divided us.
Yeah.
And it's because the problem is, okay, one, and I'm just going to point out the people out with Snyderverse before we go anywhere else. Here is Gotham City.
Okay.
Here is Metropolis. Superman could go from one side to another, no problem.
I noticed that too.
Why do we need Batman then?
That's true.
You see, I'm hoping that Gotham will be here
in California.
Yeah,
or actually, no, let's put it this way, or in Chicago, and then Metropolis actually be in New York City.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like where it's a freaking states away, not city away.
They were like
states away.
It was like over the river.
Yeah, it was
like
over the bridge. Over the bridge.
Second thing that kind of made it bad for me was everybody knew who Superman was. I knew it. He knew it. You knew it.
Yep.
Everyone knew. And, Clark Kent is Superman. So it's like, oh, yeah, he knew it. So everybody knew who Superman was.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. It's like Lex knows it. Oh, you're Superman.
Thank you.
And, and then same thing with Lois Lane. She found out right away. I'm like,
that's true.
That's what killed the momentum of Superman. He's not supposed to be known. He's supposed to be able to disguise himself where people won't be able to tell.
His glasses are his disguise.
Yeah, his glasses.
His quirkiness as a human being. Him doing the acting as a human being really made people really not know if he actually really is Superman. I mean, everyone's had a little skit of like, you look like him. Right. You have the same features and whatnot, but as soon as he does anything quirky, like it's like, nah, never mind. They go on for something else or whatever, right? So I think that's something that I feel like that's going to change.
Whenever Superman appears, you're not in the same place.
Yeah, there you go. Right, exactly. So it's like I think that's something I need to kind of switch out and change or whatnot to kind of make fans believe again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and I agree. That's what I said. There's a good and bad side to it. The whole thing with the Henry Cavill being dropped Superman. Hopefully, the good thing is that, as we all know, multiverse is the new it thing right now. Yeah. Marvel's doing it. Yeah. DC's been doing it for ages ago, though. Marvel's barely starting to kind of tap into it.
But the big difference is the fact that Marvel makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I mean, come on, Quantumania? That's just an awesome name.
Right. Agreed. And that's my thing. So it's like when you dive in.
Yeah.
hey,
So when you dive in there with the DC stuff, you have this Kingdom Come verse of all those superheroes is the more darker side of them because they're like, we're done with trying to be superheroes. We're now trying to take over and be the law. So it's like, boom, there you go. Now you got Henry Cavill coming in there and playing that character.
Oh,
so producer Tony the Kid,
yes.
Producer Kent says the laptop is dying. Little does he know the laptop's already dead.
Yeah, laptop's already dead. Yeah, so couldn't do it.
Thanks, Ken.
Good looking out though.
It needs to be plugged in.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, we'll go from there.
Little does he know, it's already dead.
No, I'm saying little does he know, it's already dead.
Yeah, it's already gone. So go ahead. Otherwise, Ben Affleck directing a DCU movie at this point right now.
You know who he should direct? The next Batman movie.
The next Batman movie.
The new Batman that's coming in. Ben Affleck knows the character.
Yeah.
He knows all he needs is the fight coordinator for the Batman that he had.
I think at this point it should be a Batman Beyond movie though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, as fans, we've been asking for a Batman Beyond
live
movie.
action Batman Beyond.
So and I mean at this point, he loves to direct and star in his own movies.
But does he know Batman Beyond?
At this point, he doesn't have to be Batman Beyond.
No,
he
just has to, does he know?
That's what I'm saying. All he has to do is focus on being the old Bruce.
Oh.
So focus on old Bruce. Let somebody else write it. All you're doing is directing. Technically, you're not even writing. All you're doing is saying cut, action. I like this. I don't like this. And he's good at that.
And does he let James Gunn do
Goodwill Hunting was great. And he did that. Him and Matt Damon did that.
They did.
So all you have to do is just, I'm going to play this old guy who's pissed off all the time because I can't do what I used to love. And now this
Why did you
time,
point at me when you said that?
because you're the one who asked me. So,
Don't forget Ben Affleck did Gone Girl, and that movie was freaking crazy.
That was pretty
good.
That was
That's why,
really,
again,
really
like I say,
outrageous. I'll tell you that right now. The ending and all that, the whole plot of it, Ben Affleck did wonderful.
That was good.
That's
I read
what
the
I'm
book too. I read the book.
I'm not saying he has to write it. I'm just saying all he has to do is cut, action. I like this. I don't like this.
Oh, yeah,
Let's go with
sure.
this. So at this point, he can do it. And again, he loves to direct and star in his own movies. So
Why
you,
not?
you have the road is paved.
You've got the materials. Right in
Run
front
to
of you.
Emerald City and run that some bitch.
Yeah, straight up. I agree.
You got
actually,
the
too.
point. I like it.
I agree with that. I mean, I never imagined. I thought I'd never be in a world where Ben Affleck is directing a DC movie, which is not like a problem. I just did. That's something I didn't see coming. I'll tell you that right now.
Who did?
I just,
No.
let alone Batman, which he did good. I am a fan of him as Batman.
You know what? Though? I'll be honest. I'm gonna confess something.
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
You weren't that amazed
I was
with
not
him?
a fan at first. I'm like, why? Like, are they doing this?
The Rock should be what?
Yeah, we got a couple comments on there too, by the way. Gonna read those off and maybe.
Oh, here we go. Let me
All right.
Oh, 2 for 2.
So, Kent Jones, again, the producer says The Rock should be the next Batman. Andrew said Michael Keaton is as an old Bruce.
Uh-huh.
I need you to move the mouse. Okay, and then Ken Jones said he could play every role, aka The Rock, basically playing, the next Batman.
Who? What? The
That's what
Rock
he
can
said.
play that?
He
That's
said
what
The
Ken
Rock
said.
should be the next Batman. He
Rock
said
should be
that,
the next Batman.
and then Andrew said Michael Keaton as an old Bruce, and
Yeah.
then Kent said he can play every role.
Yeah,
The Rock
we
can play
agree
every
with you,
role.
Andrew, for the whole Michael Caine playing the old Bruce and stuff like that. That's something that we've discussed.
Yeah, way
Multiple
back in the day, because
episodes.
He has a look.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
It's
does.
the timing of it. Like it's basically how Batman Beyond came about to be in the cartoons, where the old Bruce is old now, so he's passing the torch.
Yeah.
It's futuristic. It's moving on to the next generation of superheroes.
There's a kid on the show Wednesday that looks like he would be a good Bruce Wayne. He's that one kid with the ponytail, long ponytail.
Yeah.
He's like the guy that saved Wednesday's life, and he's like they use him as the villain when he's not at the end. He's a good guy.
Mhm.
Cut his hair, dye it black. I think he could be either a good Bruce Wayne or a good Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, man. We gotta find someone really interesting, I think, too, because he's got to be able to get the fans in love with Batman, and he's got to be able to take that torch and run with it. Though, you can't just take that torch and be like, "Yeah, I'm Batman. What's up?" Like, nah, man, you gotta take it with
That's what
ownership.
Michael Keaton did. He's like, I'm Batman.
You know what I'm saying?
I like how you whisper,
But
That
I mean,
doesn't
yes,
add like the darkness to it. He just Batman.
but that's what I feel like. That's what they need to go out. Let's put this way. I think with the new time frame and timeline they're going as. But go ahead. What's coming? We're looking at
Nancy Garcia says
this one.
Ben Affleck should be the Flash.
Ben Affleck's Jesse.
It would be Jess. It would be Jess saying something silly.
And
Right
then
there.
Ken Jones said
Go ahead.
Tom O'Donnell should be Catwoman.
you guys just mess with us at this point.
I will not comment on that.
But I mean, like the new changes that tells me, it just tells me that they're starting fresh, they're starting new, and they're starting young. They're starting young. So I think that's a good thing. Now, according to what they discussed with the Superman thing, is that it's going to be basically year 2 of Superman or whatever case to be. And we're going to get the backstory like how we've done previously before, of course, because they got to show us mom and dad. They got to show us him in Smallville.
I just hope that mom and dad in Smallville live. I'm tired of Jonathan Kent always having to die.
Yes, thank you.
Every single
why does
Superman.
Jonathan Kent have to die every single
In the
time, man?
cartoons, he was alive.
Thank
and
you.
an
Cartoons,
old
the
TV
series, the
He needed to be
movies,
alive,
just
like,
dies.
yeah,
Just let him live one time.
He needs to be.
For a
He
day.
needs Tom Hanks as Jonathan Kent.
He needs to be the anchor. He needs to be the anchor and the voice to Superman.
Yeah.
So when he needs some type of logic or some type of come to, talk and some encouragement and some guidance, I'm going to my pops. I'm going to my human pops that raised me. How am I supposed to handle this? Same thing with mom and dad. You're going to get a different story, but that's always what made, I feel like I'm not a big Superman fan. You guys already know I'm Batman all the way, but I always felt that was a key pinnacle point for Superman to be grounded.
Yeah.
You have to have the mom and dad,
Like-
and for him to come and ask for advice. Same thing he did for him and his technology, of course, or whatnot. Still talking to his pops from the technology that he's still able to do so.
He's talking to his dad on the planet of Krypton.
I would
Thank
like
you.
if they I still would like it. They implied. I think that's the word. Implement. I'm not that good with words.
Implement.
But yeah,
Implement. Like put in.
the same idea that they use for Russell Crowe, where he plays Jonathan Kent,
Facts.
and he's able to just walk with them and know that
Yes,
he's Clark. I would
yes.
love that to still continue.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. as
But
well.
the mom also to Pierre. What's this about? You know what? I'm just gonna put all the shit with just me. He doesn't need you, honey.
hey, honey, it's all right. I got this. Like, I'm gonna show my son some
you're in
guidance.
it. Trust
Ken
me,
Jones
yes.
asked the question:
Go ahead.
when are we going to see an African American or Latino Superman?
That's
That-
actually coming.
That's actually coming. You
yeah.
are, yeah. That's the
J.J. Abrams,
yes. J.J. Abrams is and what's his face?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan are making that Black Superman. According to what we know,
They're virgins.
that version of it is still slated to come out for DC. That's not. It's see my only. This is where the confusion kind of plays in. All right, because
too many Superman.
thank you. It's too many Supermans. Those right. So I'm gonna come out with the upcoming movies for DC. I'm gonna label this out for you guys to kind of get the good slate. So we still got Shazam: Fury of the Gods coming out in March of 17 to 2023. You got The Flash come out in June in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You got Blue Beetle, which I do believe with the Blue Beetle is starting the new slate what James Gunn wants to do. I feel like that's going to be the start.
He's
Exactly, Hispanic one. So Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, that would be Jason Momoa's, quote unquote, possibly the last movie he plays as Aquaman in December of 2023, and to basically end the Snyderverse at that moment. Snyderverse will be ended with that movie. Now, Joker, the freaking sing-along musical crap, I don't think.
Is it really a musical?
I really hope not.
Have y'all seen Lady Gaga though as Harley Quinn?
No.
She looks not the fan art stuff looks great.
No. They actually released pictures of it.
Oh, really?
She looks
Oh, I see
nice.
that.
Mhm.
She's
I'm
looking
cool.
like,
I
yeah,
love Lady
she's
Gaga.
like kind of like getting into character, and you see it.
Man, I can see that, but the only problem is the whole crap of a musical thing.
Yeah.
That's what throws me off. That throws me off.
It's the Joker.
It could work.
It's the Joker.
It
It's
could work.
supposed to.
Don't
That's what it's
forget.
supposed to do.
I
Not a
feel-
joke for
figures.
you.
So
You sing it.
I
that's a
feel like
joke.
they're gonna
No,
bring
I'm
in
kidding.
this music maestro.
Yeah.
If they don't do that,
yeah,
they're
that's-
foolish because he is a musician.
There you go.
We got a
Ken
couple-
Jones.
we got a couple
Ken
comments.
Jones.
Okay,
Hold on,
you
wait a
gotta-
minute.
You
This
gotta
boy.
read
Go
Justice.
ahead.
Read Justice
So
first.
where we going first?
Let's go with
Jesse.
Jesse. Jesse said, "Can I just say one thing?" And then
Go ahead.
Ken Jones comes on and says, "Shaq," because Superman.
Shaq is
Oh,
Superman.
jeez.
You're right.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you're right,
yeah.
Ken. You're right.
Facts, facts.
And then
Go ahead.
Jesse said, "How about them trash boys?"
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
no,
That's
wait,
what
wait,
I'm saying, man.
Come on,
Why you
sports,
all
man.
over? We're on
We're
superhero
on
things right now,
here.
And
Jesse.
Give me
then,
your
and
fist plate,
then
Jesse.
Ken
Get
Jones
outta
said, "Messi is the new Superman." You know what I'm saying? SG3. Yeah.
The new Superman.
ridiculous. Now
Pretty short,
going on
man.
to the other projects that's still in development as of now. The Batman 2, which is according to James Gunn, that's its Matt Reeves verse or
Well, it's
whatever
kind of like
case
the
may-
Joker. That's his own thing.
own thing. Then the Constantine 2 is still in the works. That hasn't been dropped with Keanu Reeves returning back. Superman Val Zod, like we discussed, Mr. Kent, that's the new Black Superman that's going to be directed by J.J. Abrams. Now, the only thing is that going to be also part of the slate?
No, I think
So-
it's gonna be his own thing.
Oh, again, another movie, but its own thing. It's ridiculous. Netflix series is slated to do Sandman 2. That did really well, so they're going to still do that over there in the DC verse in there. But the other big questions is what's going to happen with the Suicide Squad 3, which is James Gunn's version, which then still connected to the Snyderverse. Then you got the HBO Max series Peacemaker, obviously that connected with that too as well.
Can we see it
And then-
though?
Huh?
Can we see him though? Peacemaker.
Yeah, I think so. And then we still also got the Green Lantern series that's supposed to be coming on HBO Max. That's
John
what I'm saying.
Stewart.
They're focusing on that with John Stewart's Green Lantern. So my big question is, a lot of those projects really share the timeline with Snyderverse. So what are you going to do with those projects? That's all confusion because it's a little mix and match here.
I think with Flash being what he's gonna do, or Flash doesn't go back in time, the Flash movie is actually him going to a different multiverse thing. I think this is gonna connect the multiverse the way it should be. So all these characters,
Yeah.
they'll get mixed in.
I hope so.
Two comments just
Yes.
came in. Number one, Andrew said, "Kent Jones is Clark." Kent, because he has the glasses. Two, Kent Jones said, "I think they need to bring back Handyman. Damian Wayans Jr. can play him."
Handyman.
Oh, I
The
Um,
villain, no?
Go ahead.
Is it Handyman? No, it's I forget the name.
Are you trying to think of Handy Manny?
No. There's a movie. So Damon Wayans did a movie where he plays Blank Man.
Blank Man.
Ah,
yes.
Man, that was
Yes.
good. That
I
was
watched
good.
With Robin Gibbons as
Yes.
his girlfriend and
Yeah.
David Allen Greer as his co-partner.
Right.
It would be good if they get Damon Wayans Jr. to play Blank Man's son. You know, he takes over the mantle, becomes a new superhero.
Which I think he'll actually be a little more better verse, but
Yeah.
that was more intense. But yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's interesting to say the least because I'm kind of it's just a whole DC Slade and James Gunn making news. People got all mixed fans. You got The Rock versus then you got people talking about The Rock and James Gunn are going at it with each other because you know he brought back Henry Cavill and now he's gone again or whatever case
I
to
don't
be.
think The Rock is gonna be salty like that. The Rock has so many things going on. I don't think he even.
But didn't he himself put a lot of money into the Black Adam movie?
He put a lot of money
Yeah.
into it. I mean, it's a profit.
Well-
It's not a big profit, but again, neither was Captain America when it came out. All right, so let's be honest. Most of those movies back then weren't really big profitable movies until it came out to be the Avengers, where all of them came together.
I mean, but not to cut you off, but not just the Avengers. Like you look at that's a perfect example of Captain America. Because Captain America 1
Right.
was like not the biggest hop, but then you skip down to the third one. It's Civil War. It's not even an Avenger movie. That's actually just the Captain America movie.
Exactly.
So you can go from something to nothing. And
Exactly.
To answer your point, is,
Right.
Yeah.
But did well compared to the story in number 1 to number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2 story
Even-
dramatically outshined the first one. Outshined.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, though. My thing is, I feel that DC is trying so hard to catch up with Marvel.
They pressured
Even
too much in the
James
beginning
Gunn.
with Snyder.
Even James Gunn's doing the same thing now.
Yeah.
Trying to
I
catch
feel
up to
that
them.
somewhere along the line, if he doesn't say, "Hold on, let me pump the brakes here
Right.
and let me figure out my universe,"
Yes.
because you have I mean, at this point, look, dude, he has all these movies coming out.
Yeah.
My thing is like, look, dude, at this point, we're gonna cut everything, and this is just James Gunn going forward,
Yep.
and we're gonna tie all this together some way, some shape, somehow. We're gonna
Right.
do something.
Yep.
But by the looks of it, it's like we're gonna have a little bit of a dabble here, we're gonna have a little bit of a dabble there, we're gonna have a little bit of a dibble dabble over here, and then we're gonna have my universe over here.
Right.
Somewhere these are not gonna connect here
Yeah.
because everyone's gonna focus on this.
Exactly. And that's what kind of throws DC off a little bit. You got Joker in its own universe. You got the Batman with Matt Reeves over there somehow. They're in different timelines within each other as well, too. Then you got freaking...
And you know, people are gonna want to see Robert Pattinson eventually come in.
I would love to see that universe connect with each other. That universe feels like it'll be beneficial to connect with each other just because of how the story is in general within both movies.
We got 2 more comments.
Go ahead.
Ken Jones said, "I know old man would know that reference from In Living Color."
Yep. Facts.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
Yeah, he's a,
yeah, I remember now. I'm sorry.
And then a good friend Tom said, "Ken Jones, I would be the boy wonder. You could be Lex Luthor."
So yes, I think
Hi.
at this point that's where that's at. You got those 2 universes. Then you're just finishing off, Snyderverse with Shazam, which then tells me that Fallon guy, whatever case to be, he's done as Shazam. This is part of the number 2 movie. That's it. He's not going to come back no more. Then you got Aquaman, like you said before, that's going to be done with. I feel like where you're going to start off the first project with James Gunn and needs to be Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle needs to set the tone and set everything in place.
See,
And then that involves space, and then also here.
But my thing is, so then again, I'm not paid,
Yeah.
as a DC executive or anything.
Yeah.
But I would then go release Aquaman first and then Blue Beetle.
Correct.
Because
I'll swap those dates. I
Because
would
at
agree
this
with you
point, what
too.
they're doing right now is like, okay, so people are gonna think that Aquaman is still part of James Gunn,
Right.
and Blue Beetle is like,
That's true.
That's facts.
You can
Yes.
switch that up. That'd be
Mhm.
Switch up the 2 movies so that way once you're done with Aquaman, you know for a fact that's the end of the Snyderverse.
this is my issue with DC, man, and we're all DC fans, so I could
Yeah.
technically speak
Right,
about.
I got your follow-up rant because I just go ahead.
Some itchy.
I
that's it.
need organization.
Yes. In a
I
nutshell.
need clarification.
Yeah.
I need cleanliness. Somebody take a Dyson vacuum up in this some bitch and actually make it make sense, man.
I think that's why James Gunn is doing that.
He's not though.
Well,
that's what I'm
okay,
just
well,
releasing
here's the
more
thing.
content.
Let me
good
raise
thing-
my hand real quick. 'cause
Okay.
Everyone's jumping around. Okay, James Gunn said it. All these movies are out there way before he even took.
Took the mantle.
Yeah,
that's
to be
true.
fair,
So
to be
how
fair.
is he going to come in and say, okay, Shazam, that was
And-
been directed and already ready to release.
Already done and edited.
Let's get it out because we can't do it no more.
Right.
Did
He
that
has
with Batgirl.
to.
He did that with all the other
Yeah,
ones.
because that was gonna come out on HBO Max, and from what I heard about people who watched it, it sucked.
Which one?
Batgirl.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
When it did the free
they
testing
did,
and whatnot, they said it was
That's
a
why
horrible.
James Gunn got rid of it. He got
Yeah.
rid of a lot of movies that just
Was
horribly tanked.
correct.
And that's why he's like, I want to rewrite everything because he's like, one, Superman's gonna be young.
Mhm.
So that means he's now focused on one. I want this guy to last in future Justice League movies,
And then wants the
sequels.
focus to be Superman. Superman needs to be the focus of Justice League, like Captain America is with Marvel.
My
Right.
problem is that the old DC guys were like Batman here, Batman there, here, Batman there,
Thank
Batman
you.
everywhere, Batman.
That's why you got the Batman. You got the Batman with Matt Reeves,
You
and you
have
got the Joker.
here.
And
That's
yes.
why he's like, okay, we're gonna keep these on the sidelines.
Right.
They're not part of what I'm doing.
Right. But they're
we're
good projects.
They're good projects. People love what they see. I
They're
mean,
entertaining. Right.
and that's why he's like, but I'm gonna do my thing because I want you guys to have the Justice League you deserve.
Right.
I want y'all to have the
DC verse.
DC verse you deserve.
Exactly.
But okay, I completely agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
No.
But what I'm saying about organization is a lot of fans who don't follow it, who don't read the comics, who don't really understand it,
Rotten
Right.
Tomatoes.
what he just said,
Correct.
comicbook.com as well.
Yep.
What they're gonna sit there and say is, okay, so wait, you're confusing us,
Right.
because Aquaman was supposed to end the Snyderverse,
Right.
but you're doing it at the beginning of the Gunverse.
Yep.
Technically, we're gonna call it the
Technically.
Gunverse.
Yeah.
So then at this point, it's like, why are you doing this when you're no longer trying to add Aquaman as Jason Momoa?
Probably there's some type of thing in the ending of the movie that might change everything.
That's why, like, for me at this point, it should be like, unless you're going to do something with Blue Beetle that's going to be huge,
Yep.
I would change the dates because, yeah, again, you already have all these productions out. Cool. You can't change the way they are,
Yep.
but change the day they come out.
Yeah.
Because at this point, when you change it, it gives you the viewer clarification.
Yes.
It gives everyone like an understanding of this has ended.
Yes.
Now let's go on with the future.
Like,
Or-
look at Marvel, for example. They have everything mapped out by phases. Phase 1, phase
Exactly.
2, phase 3, and they have dates for those. They may
Right.
switch it up. They have switched it a date. Let's push Black Panther back, or let's move up Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because they're going to intrigue with the show
but
or
yeah,
movie before them.
there's- But
Exactly.
to answer your point, there's consistency and there's literally like levels to where and why
There's
and what's happening.
organization.
Exactly, and that's my biggest thing with DC. Even as a younger kid, I was always confused about the plot with DC. I was always confused. I get it, I understand there's superheroes and there's villains, but you just don't. It's not that black and white with DC.
It's because the problem with DC
They like to be
movies,
gray.
Not just that. Marvel, you have an omelet well prepared.
Yeah.
No, we're talking
And
bacon,
DC,
cheese.
yeah.
We're talking
Yeah.
ham.
Right.
Right.
In
We're
the
talking about
omelet.
food,
In
man.
the
I'm hungry,
omelet.
man.
In the
I'm
omelet.
gonna explain what happened
But,
with
yeah.
DC.
Uh-huh.
DC is just straight up scrambled eggs.
Maybe some salt. Maybe some
With some
salt.
salt.
It's scrambled
You know,
eggs, but
black
it's like,
pepper.
we're going to call this an omelet. Go ahead and make yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Come up with your own vision of
That
it.
is
Like,
just-
come on, man.
Build it yourself type of
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
That's
So now
always
that
what's
being
confusing.
said,
Oh yeah.
Snyderverse, real quick before we jump on that. Snyderverse, it good or bad, we're done with it. I think we've established that
It's
half
good
and
that
half.
we are done with it,
Yeah,
but at least give it a proper send off.
there you go.
Okay, yeah.
And now, besides that, everybody, before we jump on to old man over
Hold on.
there, more news to come in
One more thing,
January
though,
with
another,
DC.
another comment.
It's gonna be
Migdalia
good.
Rodriguez said, did someone say food?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Agreed. They did say food. I'm
They like
hungry
to
now.
talk about food.
They're talking about
sometimes.
omelets and stuff like that. But yes,
Yeah.
more news to come about this whole DC universe in January. James Gunn officially stated, listen, this whole Superman stuff, I had to squash the beef. I had to eliminate this out the way, let you guys know this is already done because there's too many rumors coming about with Wonder Woman, all that stuff that people wanted to know right off the bat. Exactly. A lot of allegedly stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, I'm here to squash the beef and squash these fake news people coming about. Be done with it. January, I'm dropping the whole nother slate. If I was James Gunn, I would do a DC surprise fandom live and then drop all that news on that
that'd be
slate.
smart.
That'd be a
way-
smart way to do it. And
I
his
like
own
that
little
idea.
his own little one-on-one at home studio thing with the billboard or whatever. Like, this is my timeline. This is where I want you guys. My mindset is where I'm at. I'm trying to show y'all organization, trying to show you, specification, whatever the case would be.
Specification.
Thank you. And then no more ramifications, no repercussions or anything of that nature. It's gonna go on the
So
board.
you're saying
Yeah.
James is gonna go on a rap in front of everybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly right.
Just go,
Lay the sheet down. You know what I mean?
just honestly, just go on a straight rant and just say, look, guys, I get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got I got the mess.
Right.
I took my Dyson vacuum and I cleaned
Facts.
it.
Yes,
Here we
you
go.
did. Yep, here we go.
Right.
What time is it, old man?
I guess it's time to promote Alex's barbershop.
Oh, yes,
I
it
got
is.
I
They
got
can
my
finally
little
get the watch
handle.
out, huh?
Yeah.
Right? Good,
Oh,
good.
He finally got his moment.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been trying to get that open all day today. Sorry, everybody.
As you guys know, look on the screen over there, Alex Barbershop. Everybody, please tune in over there. Go on Booksy, look up Alex Garcia. Dynasty Barbershop is one heck of a pace this Christmas season. Looks like all bookings are pretty tight right now at this time right now.
Up.
So let y'all know
I
it's
think
a
at this
wonderful
point,
place.
the only one that you're gonna start finding is gonna be for after Christmas.
or even at his protege,
Yeah, I got
Patrick.
mine on the 26th.
He has his protege Patrick to be doing haircuts too as well. There. So it's not just the only barber over there, but he has a few people. So make sure tune in. Maybe
I got mine. I just didn't
No.
do my hair today because I was just sweating from the game.
Yeah.
But not the point of the conversation.
Going into the sports, I
Yeah.
just got a.
Huh?
We're going to sports now. Aren't we?
Yes, we're moving to sports. We got that whole topic of DC stuff really took a beginning of a show because I wanted to focus on that. It was heck of a stuff that
And
we
wait until
discussed.
January when it start coming
He
in.
took out the
even
Dyson
harder.
vacuum.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. So now going into sports. First thing on the board, we got to talk about soccer. What approach today? As you guys see here in the jersey, everybody, Messi from Argentina finally got his World Cup. Congratulations,
Stand
man.
up and show what you got on.
Go ahead.
Come on, get
Go
the camera
ahead,
look.
SG3.
Who are you wearing?
Sport,
Who is
show
that?
it out.
Let them know
Show
what
it
that
out.
is.
It's Diego Maradona.
Hey, whip it out. I mean,
Diego. I'm not gonna. I'm no. Absolutely. Not. This is a kid show.
Oh, sorry.
It's a kid
What
show.
the-
I'm just saying, what about the
man.
jersey, man?
We
What
got-
y'all talking about?
we got a lot
Y'all
of
dirty,
viewers. We
man.
got a lot
This
of
is
viewers.
this is honestly right here.
Yeah, great.
This is the hero for
I said
Argentina for
whip-
many years.
Yeah.
People said that Messi couldn't live up to him.
That's true.
People said that Messi wasn't his equal.
There was
Today,
there was a lot of posters of him too in the show.
Oh,
that they
man.
had in the game.
it's because you know what, he died. He
Yeah,
died last year. So they were saying that Diego from the heavens was guiding Argentina to win.
I believe that.
And you know what? He did.
Yeah.
He came down in angel form and said, "Look, guys, la mano de Dios is gonna help you guys."
So, SG3, what do you think of the game overall?
Yeah,
I had a
Overall.
heart attack.
Overall.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you guys. I know for sure if they were to look at my heart right now, I would probably be dying at the age of like 73. I had a life expectancy of 85, but after today's game, it went down to like 73. As you guys could hear, I have no voice. Almost. I had to take like a tea, a cough drop. I have another one lined up for later on.
Yep, I had turned up the volume on his mic over there too as well. 'cause
It was-
otherwise it'd be really low.
Yeah,
Just let you
honestly, like I had no voice, and I warned them. I told them, "Look, guys, if Argentina wins, I'm not gonna have a voice."
Yeah.
I cried. Honestly, I'm not gonna deny it.
Yeah.
I'm a
It
big
was,
baby,
it was
and I cried.
awesome.
It was
Yeah.
emotional.
Good emotional.
Listen, man, I've been a fan of Argentina for many years, and I've been the subject of ridicule because it's always been like, "Oh, Argentina can win the big one. Argentina comes up short all the time."
Facts.
So all I said was, "This is to everyone who said it couldn't be done."
Exactly. But yeah.
Honestly though, man, it was just a fantastic World Cup, and someone said it best.
Mhm.
To be the champ, you gotta beat the champ.
Yep.
And they beat the champ.
So with that being said, now I know there's a lot of points to get nervous in this game. I got nervous.
Yeah.
Where do you think you most got nervous at watching this game today? Like you were just
82nd minute when it was 2-2.
right there when it was 2-2? Okay.
Yeah,
no
'cause-
lie. When they
yeah.
got that, no, actually, to be honest, I got real nervous after the first goal
Okay.
from Mbappe.
Okay.
Mbappe?
Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
the French, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
French guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacre Bleu.
He's the only one that was scoring over
Yeah,
there.
he won. He
Until
only
the
scored the last two shots.
Until the last penalty shot.
So my
yeah.
thing was when he scored that first one, that really scared the bejesus out of me
Yeah.
because it looked like that Argentina looked tired.
Yeah.
It really looked tired right there, looked gassed out.
Mhm.
And France was like starting to make the push, the big push.
Yeah.
And at that point, that first goal looked easy.
Mhm.
And then the second goal comes unaware of a mistake. And then it's like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, oh, here goes Argentina's crushing down. They're falling apart. They're losing. The whole demeanor's going down now. They're
Yeah.
making mistakes.
Mhm.
They're sitting there doing all this stuff. And I'm like, damn.
And then before you knew it, France scored again.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah,
now
it's
all of a sudden it's overtime, and it's like, and then at that Argentina, Messi had a nice shot to hit that goal before it even went to overtime.
Yeah.
It was man,
It was good.
It's right on the
Yeah.
money, but
It
the
was-
freaking goalie made a really
He's
heck
one of
of
the
a good
best. He's
stop.
one of the best in
Yeah.
the world.
He made a fantastic
And-
stop.
And then when I went into overtime, I could tell you, I was really losing my voice, and I was like, "For the love of God, please don't go to penalties." I was like, I looked up, and I was like,
Yep.
"Abuela, please don't go to penalties.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, Grandma Juanita, I know you're listening to me. Don't let them go to penalties.
What we got over
So we
there?
got a couple comments from Jesse Garcia. The second penalty was not a penalty.
Oh,
The second
okay.
penalty.
Yeah.
Basically, what he's saying is the second penalty awarded to France.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
one with the elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest though, it was.
Yeah.
So let me kind of before I read that comment.
Yeah.
It really was because basically in soccer it's a so the way it would not have been counted, it would have been if the arm's like in a natural position as you jump. Fortunately, Buddy's elbow was all the way out.
Yeah, it was.
So
I'm not gonna lie,
It was
though,
extended.
looked like he extended
it was
on
chicken
purpose,
wing
though.
down.
He did,
I
yeah.
think he extended out.
So if he
purpose.
would have like if he
Kinda-
would have had it like here at
Yeah.
least like to the side and jumped, then it's fair. But when he did the chicken wing, I was like, oh, Lord
exactly.
have mercy.
You threw yourself out. But yeah, go ahead.
Second one, it's he said that's all I'm gonna say. Cool. Kent Jones. There was so much scoring. It was hard to keep up with all of the action, and it
Yeah,
honestly
facts.
was.
That
It was. It was a
especially
lot.
especially the last final minutes of that damn game.
Yeah.
It went
Before the penalty
crazy.
shot.
Back and
Yeah,
forth.
before the penalty shots, it was.
Facts.
It was. Yeah.
Facts. Go ahead.
Jesse Garcia. In other news, Tom Brady loses again,
Thank you, Jesse. I
Hater.
appreciate that.
Hater.
and then
That's
Kent
the best
Jones
news
one
of the
last time.
day.
It looks like they had a couple of NFL refs at this game.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with that.
Yeah, no lie.
look-
No lie.
And you know what though? As a soccer fan, I can say I love when. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of calls that were both that were done bad on both teams.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like let's just let them play. You know what?
Yeah,
Cool.
let him play. And not only NFL refs, but there was a lot of LeBron flopping going around too. I have to say that. There was.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
saw
lot-
that.
I'm sorry.
It was a
but
lot of
France.
Even on,
like,
no,
bro,
even
what?
Argentina did it.
I
They
would
looked
say
like
more
you
of-
fell.
more- I would say more so.
I say
France
more
than a
on
couple.
France than anything because
But-
those guys
yeah.
were like
Fishing
as
for
soon as-
penalties.
As soon as Argentina tried to tackle and take the ball away, freaking the guy would just sit there like, oh, I fell down.
Rolling
Or whatever.
around
But
and
he
like-
was doing the same thing against an Argentina player, and the freaking was like holding them back, trying to like stop.
Yeah.
But no. But it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna do the same to
But-
you. What? Hey,
We
hey,
can't
hit
say
me.
that came from LeBron James. That came from soccer because LeBron James picked it up from soccer.
hate
Okay,
those people.
well,
Go
that's
ahead.
fine.
Read it
That's
again.
fine.
I actually-
What did
you
Ken
know.
Jones say? Ken Jones said for real, LeBron was proud of those flags.
It was.
It was.
Oh,
man.
excuse me, those flaps. Sorry, of those flaps. He was proud of those flaps.
It's ridiculous.
There's a
No,
lot of
that was
All I
great.
gotta
But
say,
like,
dude,
great
is
game. Great
You
game.
know what? All I can say is I'm proud of the fact that Argentina brought it back for Latino America.
Yeah.
The last time in America, on America's side, so basically when I'm saying America, I'm talking about North America, South America, Central America,
Yeah.
that won on this side of the world, won the World Cup was 2002. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Brazil was the last country that did it. The last few World Cups
What?
have been nothing but Europe.
In that team, did Ronaldinho ever win?
Of course he did.
he did,
He
right?
won in 2002. That was when he became like the it guy for Brazil.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Now that-
Ronaldinho, yeah.
That was
That
Ronaldo's last one, right?
Yeah.
No,
that-
no. 2006 was the last one.
That being said, though, now is this the last time we see Ronaldo and Messi being at least being on top at the World Cup like
So
this?
at this point, I'll tell you right now, both players have decided that they're not going to play another World Cup. At this point, if Ronaldo stays for another 4 years to prove the fact that he's a GOAT, he'll be 42.
Mhm.
If Messi stays, he'll be 38.
Man.
Stop it. You both have
I
solidified
think so too.
a legacy.
It's
I
the
think- I
inner,
think
it's
Messi-
their inner athlete though.
I think Messi could do at least one on one, but Ronaldo.
No,
though, I would-
no.
yeah,
He
I would-
Messi can't do it. For the position he played. Like, listen,
Mhm.
look at the game today.
He was walking.
Yeah,
He did not run. He was
Messi
walking
was
towards the end.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Towards
the end.
it wasn't even towards the end. It was actually towards the middle of the first half and towards the middle of the second. He was
walks.
like, "Look, man, I'm
He's
I'm
walking.
done."
You see him throughout the game. He's only walking. The only people that are doing a lot of the running are his other players. Martinez was running.
Yeah.
What's his face?
Molina?
Molina. Yeah, exactly. So it's like
Molina,
they were
I think
doing a lot of the
all
running
the
for
young
him.
bloods were doing it.
Yeah,
All the young bloods
full
were
field,
Hey,
full
facts.
field.
I gotta give it to that one guy. I forgot his name. He's an Argentina guy. He was hurt. He starts with a P, I think. But he was hurt, I think, in halfway into the end of the first half.
Mhm.
And they had him playing all the second half.
Angel Di Maria, Fidu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him.
You do.
Yeah, him.
The one that
Yeah,
scored, the one
that
that
guy.
scored the second goal. He initially got hurt, I think,
Yeah.
in the game against Poland
Uh-huh.
or the game against Australia. He got hurt because he didn't play a lot. And he, at this point, like they said, yeah, he's exhausted because he hasn't played. Firstly, but secondly, though, because of the injury,
Yeah.
But he still went out and he gave 115%. And I said it before, and I said to everybody, when Angel Di Maria plays the final with Messi along the side, they're going to win.
It was great. It was a great game, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
It was good.
I when I watch soccer like this, these are the type of games I like. I
Yeah.
like a lot of times it's
It's
soccer
like 1-0.
reminds me of baseball.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of stuff that just slow.
Yeah.
It's the same
Slow rolling.
moments. That's whatever case to be.
But honestly,
whatever.
it's like for me, I'm gonna admit it. The only time I ever watch soccer is when the World Cup is on,
Me too.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay
And
attention.
yeah.
Let's put it that way.
and I really don't watch the World Cup until we're down to the final game.
Yeah, that too.
That's when I start watching it. I'm like, oh, okay, the final game's on. Let's see who wins.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at this point, I would just say it like this. From what I can remember, is this for me, it's just me as a soccer fan who's watched almost every single World Cup from any match you can watch.
Nope.
Is this the best one? I would say yeah.
Yeah.
So many surprises came
I ain't gonna
out.
lie, this was really
I would
so
say it's
many-
up there for me.
So
too,
many
like,
first
best
came
I've
out.
ever seen.
at best
I mean,
in my life.
Morocco,
Yes.
Croatia, France again looked like a powerhouse. They were missing
They
so many
did.
players,
Yeah.
and so many
And they
people were like,
powerhouse all the way back,
can they do it again?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some people were saying that's it. France is out because of this person's out. France is out because this person's out. You're
No,
missing the
man.
whole midfield, and it's like
They went all
France
the way
showed you.
back.
You know
Yeah.
what? We're still it,
Exactly.
They went all the way
and
to
that's a
penalties.
young team. Let that sink in, guys.
That's
a
true.
young,
One of the
Yes.
players was
young
like
team.
20 years old, right?
Mbappe is 23 years old.
I'm thinking-
Come on,
Okay.
man.
He
Just to
turns
see,
24
I can see
on
them.
December 20th.
I can see it.
and
There you go.
And my
I can see it
question
going.
would be: is this new guy from France? Is he gonna be the new
Hell yeah.
generation
Yeah.
goat?
Hell yeah, it's
Yeah.
not even a question. Him and there's a guy from
Croatia, no?
no. There's a guy from I believe it's Denmark. Erling Haaland. Remember the name? Erling Haaland.
Mhm.
Currently right now destroying the English Premier League.
Mm.
Kid
Gotcha.
barely came onto the league. So he came from Germany, came over. And the kid is a goal scoring machine. I think he's got like, if I'm not mistaken, 16, 17 goals already,
Not bad.
and not even halfway through the season.
Go, Jesse.
Jesse, can we talk about the street clothes? Davis out for a
Street clothes.
hold on, wait, David.
He's like, man,
Davis out for a month. Wow. Okay.
Why you gotta call him street clothes, man? That's Shaq's name for him. Oh no, Chuck's name.
And then at this point, Kent Jones, in the words of Madonna, the answer was here all the time. I love you and hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's true.
that's good. Classic.
Oh, that was a classic game. Yeah, that's true. So we'll see if that come back. But at this point right now, congratulations to Messi again. He is
Just congratulations to
been
the
a
nation of
pro.
Argentina.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome. win.
And to their fans.
Yeah.
Whether you're Argentinian, whether you're Mexican, from the US, from Bangladesh, from Morocco, from
Across
wherever
the
you're
world.
from, across the world. If you are an Argentina fan, congratulations. Hold your head up high.
Facts.
They did it for you.
After
was
that
awesome.
one guy who asked me, and I just got to cut y'all off real quick. That
Mhm.
one guy a long time ago who asked me when I was watching Super Bowl, and I was trying to go for a team. He's like, "Why are you going for a team? The Bears lost. You shouldn't be going for another team." Well, I'm going to tell you one thing: is when you're at a championship, you're allowed to go and root for anybody, man.
Mhm.
Right now, Mexico didn't make it, Brazil didn't make it. Those are two of my favorite teams.
Yep.
Argentina had a guy who pretty much has been fighting hard to get greatest of all time status.
Mm.
When I went in to watch this game, I went in cheering him on, hoping that he would win it, and he did.
Yep.
That is the beauty of being a fan of any sport in the world, is you can root for whoever you want at the end of it all, as long as you come back to your old teams in the next year.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
Yep. All right. NFL status, real quick, before we jump on to the wrestling stuff at this
So,
time.
guys,
NFL
last
status
week's. So letting you guys know, for the next 2 weeks, we're not going to do anything NFL wise
for the holiday season.
because it's the holiday season.
Yes.
After that, though, HSG is going to come back and regain his title back.
tell him
Greatest,
who won
you know,
this
picker.
week.
But,
Let's
just gonna
go
say that-
on with the,
So-
go on with the picks.
So-
Currently,
who?
right now, from last week, the one already eliminated is Zach the Mac. So
Congratulations, Zach the Back. You finally got a victory.
he
Oh,
got
solo
he
dolo.
got a victory. Yeah, last week he got a victory solo dolo, but then
Congrats.
Solo
but,
dolo.
but then this week he's already eliminated. So
How
short
am I
lived.
already eliminated this week? You
Because
said
you
the Giants win.
Yeah,
Because you
you're
only won 2
because
games.
Because
said
you
the
root for
Giants win.
LeBron.
You
Because
said
you
the
root for
Giants
LeBron.
won.
That's
Okay.
why you already
Okay,
eliminated.
cool. So you want to go through the whole? We could go through the whole stats. I'm cool with that.
No,
So
no,
currently
go
at this
with- no,
point-
man,
No,
go-
we're not
no,
ready
man,
for that.
It's
we got
currently
that
it's
for
three.
right
It's three. It's right now 3 people at 3 points, which is him,
Right.
me, him.
Right.
Okay.
You have 2. So
Right.
if
And
the Giants win tonight, he has 4. He has 4. You have 3.
Okay.
So you're out.
You're out.
So
You lost.
and
Swayden
then
said it
win.
earlier. Okay.
and then at this point, we're then going to go to the honorable mention, which was the Patriots and the Raiders. So the Patriots only chose the Patriots, and then Chandler Jones decided to do what he did.
That's right. Get that
Throw
interception.
up an interception.
That's right.
And the end of the game.
Yep.
Only the Raiders could.
Only the Raiders.
Only the Raiders could
That's
do
right.
what they did.
That's right.
And so at this point, then the ones who picked the Raiders were A and B. So at this point, if the Giants win today, the winners of the week will be A and B.
Okay.
That's right. A.
So
and
don't
B.
act like you're not eliminated.
Hey,
either.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Okay,
Hold on.
continue.
Let me now say my part.
Continue.
If the Commanders come back to win, I take the week.
Right, but they're losing right now. So fun fact.
They're gonna come back.
All right.
They're not
Hold
the
on the
Lakers.
comments. Hold on the comments. Let's go, Jesse.
So the comments, Jessica Garcia, you can thank Charles Barkley for the street clothes comment.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Jessica Garcia, congratulations to the Vike Queens on clinching the NFC North.
The Vike Queens. That's
I love
right.
it.
They did.
Oh,
They did.
I mean, it was their division to lose the whole time, but let's go. And then last but not least, that was a hell of a game between the Patriots and the Raiders.
Yeah, it was a crazy game.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna just ask one quick question.
Let's go.
Is this the end of Bill Belichick in New England?
Ooh, that's a good discussion. To
I
be
don't think
honest.
We could talk about that like after the holidays, but
Yes.
think about that.
Also,
Put
a
the-
good
because
game
the
too
next
was the
couple
Vikings.
games, I wanna see that.
Also, a good game was the Vikings and who they played against when they came back.
Colts.
The Colts. They
Colts.
made the world's biggest. I mean, not the greatest comeback though.
They played against Matt Ryan. Stop it.
I mean, yeah, it's the second time he blew a lead, but it was awesome. comeback.
No,
That was good stuff.
that's
Hey,
about
what's
his fifth one.
We got stuff to go, man. We got 9 minutes left of the show, man. We got to get on to the other nitty gritty stuff. NBA stuff at this point right now. Like Jesse said earlier, AD is out for a month after a foot toe injury, so LeBron has to go find some bum off the street
First
to
of
try
all,
to
LeBron's winning right now.
because he can't do it alone. You know, what I mean, he needs some
Who's he
extra help.
beating, though?
Facts.
Who's he
Okay.
playing against?
Wizards.
Yeah,
Wizards.
Oh,
Wizards.
oh,
who's on their team?
Kuzma and Beal. So get off the rack.
okay.
Get off
Gotcha.
the rack.
Forgot his
So wait,
old
hold on.
teammates that he
Actually,
couldn't win.
And he's
Actually-
gonna kidnap
actually-
Kuzma and take him back to the Lakers.
Wait, hold on. Let me just ask one final question. What's the record?
Who? Lakers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just as bad as the Bulls. Ha!
Yeah,
Fuck
let's put it-
Chicago. All right, God damn it.
Rate it.
Tom said, "Leave my Colts alone."
Yeah.
We won't mention the coach.
They just big up themselves, man.
We gotta get on to that wrestling stuff now.
I'll let you
Mandy
have that.
Mandy Rose was released due to some explicit shared fan time page, and
She's
a lot
making
of
more than what they're paying her then.
oh yeah.
Actually, you know what's funny?
a lot of people are trying to back on Mandy Rose for all this good stuff and figure out
Really?
wow, how is it that she got released when there have been other female superstars on the WWE roster that have done other crazy things besides this and stayed on staff.
I feel that at this point, the main reason why they did it, or the main reason why they let it go, was because it's not Vince. If that makes sense. Now, with Triple H, who's a family man, along with Stephanie, who is a family woman.
Makes sense.
There's 2 points
So,
to that. I agree with you on that
at
one.
this
That
point,
is-
at this point, it's like you're trying to make this a family-oriented show. So the fact is, like, this is not the '90s anymore,
Yeah.
where you can't have people on Playboy.
Facts.
Tom, basically, also, firstly, hold on, wait.
Kent was first, yeah.
Kent said Lakers are 12 and 16. Womp womp
Womp,
womp.
They'll be
And then
13 and
Tom
16.
said 8 minutes for wrestling talk should be the whole show. That's what we got you on Tuesday,
That's
my
your
brother.
show, man.
That's your
Exactly.
show.
That's why you're on it every month, twice a month on Tuesdays. We sit there talking about wrestling there, okay?
and the Bulls are 11 and 18. So both of them are just trash.
Yeah.
So that's the team with it. So that's why, like I'm saying,
they are.
I feel like this is not the 90s where you can't have women pose for Playboy.
Nope.
You can't have women do sex tapes
Yeah.
as they did.
No.
Because a lot of them did. So that's why it's like with the new regimen, they're trying to come up and say, look, guys, this is supposed to be family oriented. We're trying to get more sponsors.
Mhm.
We're trying to get paid a different kind of way.
Facts.
And you guys cannot go like that.
The other thing to that is that Mandy Rose signed this contract without the approval from WWE in the first place. WWE approved for China and others to go on Playboy to make that connection, right?
Yeah.
That being said, also too, with a lot of things that happened a couple of years ago with all these leaked, type of situations, like with Paige,
Say
with
words.
what's it called, Miss Flair, with a bunch of other female superstars, and I think another gentleman superstar too as well that's on the roster. All those were leaked. They got hacked. They got jumped into.
Allegedly.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like, are you going to punish them for doing that, or what the case would be in sympathy? You had the more sympathy for that. That's why they were not that released. With Mandy Rose, she signed this deal without the approval, but also too purposely knowing that she's getting paid for this services on the side of her own business, but her name was associated with the company that's not supposed to be like that unless it was approved.
That leads to the one question: is a lot of these wrestlers, and I don't want to point fingers at a lot of them, but a lot of them are not really wrestling fans, or even a lot of them just came into, as they say, get their break into going into Hollywood and to modeling and stuff like that.
You can say they're 15
where they can make
minutes of fame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then some of them that are allegedly got called out for that proved themselves to say, no, I'm actually here for the wrestling.
Correct.
I'm going to point out to Alexa Bliss. Sasha Banks kept calling her out saying, you're not here to be a wrestler. You're only here to get your 15 minutes of fame and be a Hollywood superstar. And Alexa and Sasha are both wrestlers, apparently. But who's still in the company? Who's never left, no matter what they've done to her?
Nice.
At this point, I'm actually going to just say one more thing, though.
Yeah.
Mandy Rose is petty. No. Here's why she's
Petty.
Here's why she's petty. Because after she got released, she says, "I want to thank all y'all for your words of encouragement, for your words of love. I appreciate it." And I just wanted to add the fact that the pictures are still up with the winky face.
Ooh,
I was like, "Girl,
dirty dog."
So Tom said, Mandy violated contract, and Mattel not happy for her content when they have her action figures. Again, like I said, you're trying to run a family.
That's a good point, Tom. Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah. Kent Jones, yes, you can. Hold on. Why the heck?
Yes,
you can, and you should. If the men can wrestle with their shirts off, so should the woman equally. Okay. So next one, Tom. She making more money now and will be AEW bound. Kent Jones.
Okay, yeah.
But with the whole Vince thing happening, you can't support that kind of behavior.
That's true. That is true.
Well, we don't know what's going to involve.
And then last but not least, they're independent contractors, but not really.
Yep. So it's interesting.
All this,
this in the back end, a little bit of critique, and a little
it goes
bit of
back
details.
to my original point.
Yep.
This is not the company, not
That
the company
Right,
that
right,
Vince ran.
right.
So at this point,
It's
it's
not the
like,
Attitude Era companies, put it that way.
but I feel like that's why
Definitely
WWE was saying a lot of times, like, you guys can't be on Twitch because it wasn't in your contract. And I just feel like they weren't trying to rewrite contracts like that until it got time to rerun the contract. Then it's like, okay, cool. You want to do Twitch? Go ahead, do Twitch. However, they'll keep your name.
Facts.
And keep the WWE tagline, because that way at least they know where you're connected to.
Facts.
That's true, though.
Mandy Rose went onto this platform and kept the name of Mandy Rose, even though that's not her legal name.
Yeah. True.
So then at this point, it's like, yo.
Yeah, she's
you
like,
deliberately just kind of already knew that you messed up the
you're
contract.
portraying this person outside of the WWE, like, with still. It's messy.
Now, Matt Riddle, though. Matt Riddle on the hand, that's going to be our next topic real quick, but go ahead.
But wait, Vince paid someone for sex or something close to that.
Oh, my. Allegedly.
Jess, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Jeez, man. It's in trouble. Go ahead.
Ken Jones, great show, Rejects. Have a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thank you.
Actually,
over there.
as you guys will find out next week, it's not Christmas. For us, it's Christmas. He gives an explanation as to why.
Yeah, exactly.
And last but not least, they're making a calendar for Lacey and have risque photos on their Instagram because Mandy did on her own and making big money busted her. Jesse did the thinking face and then
Merry Christmas.
no, he said Merry Chrysler.
Oh, it's supposed to be Christmas.
And then he, last but not least, it was asked the question: is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, yes.
So
we discussed that in the next episode, so we'll talk about it there.
And then we're going to talk about Matt Riddle.
Yep. No, Matt Riddle at this point right now going to rehab, may not go to rehab, like you were chiming in a little early on that. So go ahead, finish up.
So according to Matt Riddle himself, he said, I am not going to rehab. I don't understand where you guys are getting these rumors from. Keyword, he called them rumors.
Okay.
Said, I'm not going to rehab. Just left it at that.
That's ridiculous because so my thing when you said that was, aren't you expected to go to rehab right afterwards? Of all the superstars have gotten that failed their drug test, if I'm not mistaken, they went to rehab.
Okay, I see your point there, but my question to you is going to be: do you want that image pegged for you?
You have no. It's not like you don't have a choice, but it's
you kind of already screwed yourself over by failing the drug test in the first place.
Right,
twice. I get that, but at this point, it's like when you go to rehab, what are you associated with? a junkie,
Yeah.
an addict,
Yeah.
and this. So he's like, I'm not trying to, because he's got kids, man, and I see him. He's got kids.
Yeah.
So I see his point where he's like, look, guys, don't drag my name under the bus, because this is for my kids. Like, I get the fact that I messed up, but like, why drag my name more through the mud than it's already been dragged?
One, because you're showing growth, you're showing strength. Your name is being dragged because one, at this point right now, you are a superstar in WWE, a high fan, commodity and stuff like that, and one that we will want to see very, a lot of times moving forward in the future for great matches. So by this being done, we're associating you with this because we want the best for you. You have to put yourself in that predicament of, I effed up. Yeah. I know I messed up. I'm going through the right protocol to make sure that I'm going to be making myself better. Yeah. Yes, I have kids. I'm showing my kids that I stepped in and I found. But
why
help.
do it in the limelight? Though? Why
but there's a word for that. It's just called ownership. Just own up to your shit.
So like, at this point, I completely get you. But I'm just gonna just say this, and we gotta kind of end because we already went over the time. Right. But number one, though, if we look at it right now, what's Matt Riddle's name being pegged with? Divorce.
Yeah.
Addicts.
Yes.
Drugs. This,
sex,
that, like,
money.
like, if you look at them text messages, supposedly he sent his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, look at all that stuff. It's not pretty right now. So if you want to add another thing like to his name right now, it's not pretty. Yeah. So I get him where he's saying, like, don't drag my name through the mud.
Yeah.
Let me with my kids say, guys, look, this is what daddy's doing.
Yeah.
Daddy's doing this for you. What they're saying out there, let them say it. But this is for me, for you.
But if it's true, it's true.
You know what, though? At this point, though, if it's true,
it's like you gotta call a spade at this point.
But at this point, though, let the media find out later on and let them go ahead say what they gotta say. But at this point, though, I'm gonna come out true to you. Yeah. Because everything else is a rumor, everything else is a word, everything else is just something tied to my name. Yeah. But I'm coming out flat out to you.
Yeah. So eventually he's gotta.
Yep. Well, we wish him the best. We wish him the best, at least at this point right now. Otherwise, rejects, we got to tune out because we're a little bit over time at this point right now. We appreciate it. Yep, sorry, Kent. But we appreciate all you guys for tuning in here at the Reject Rundown on 216net. Make sure you, like I said before, Google us, look us up over there on Apple Music, YouTube, here on Facebook, as well as Spotify. We're always here every Sunday at 9 p.m. We holler at y'all later. Have yourself a Merry Christmas, because that will be this Saturday. Enjoy yourselves Christmas Eve. All right.
Be sure to catch us on
and we'll see you on Christmas Day. All right, everybody.
¡Y arriba Argentina!